This series was made possible due to the generosity of the War is Hell patrons on Patreon. Thanks for your support. The Iranians took the bait. The one problem though is that they've changed the location to a Taliban-held town at the last second. Rather than dropping a £1,000 JDAM on the meeting as originally planned, we're being thrown into the fight instead to eliminate any hostiles. We'll be heavily outnumbered, but we'll have the warrior with us again for extra support. We're heading home tomorrow, so this will likely be our last operation together. I don't want anything stupid to happen. I don't think I could bear anyone getting killed the day before we're slated to go home.
Hello Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the last episode of this British TRGM2 campaign, where we are following the story of Sergeant John Tipton. With this being the last night of his deployment, there's a lot of action that I anticipate that we're going to be seeing in this episode. Now in the Warrior, we're coming up on what looks like a checkpoint, but it looks like it is completely unmanned. Anyway, we do have confirmation that the Iranians are involved. At least that's what the email suggests. And so we're going to try and see if we can capture the Iranian officer here, because that is going to do a lot for the public perception on the resurgence of the Taliban in this area. So, coming up on another location right here that very well could be occupied by hostile forces. Yeah, I'm seeing some movement. It looks like Lee, who is the gunner in the Warrior, is opening up on him. Yeah, they're trying to get away. Yeah, we're going to be able to blow right on past him. Is that a vehicle? I guess not. That vehicle destroyed. We've been able to punch through their outer perimeter. It was that easy, but I honestly feel like that the closer that we get to the objective, the more difficult it is for us to be able to push in there without being hit by a couple RPGs. So I think what I'll do is some of these buildings on the left, I'm going to pull the Warrior over there. We're going to get white team out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the Warrior to help support us. So we're going to move up together. What I'll have to do to make sure that I can coordinate, I guess, the advance is that white team moves up a little bit. And then with green team, of course, is the Warrior. We'll just put a spot for them on the road for them to go to, and then just continually walk them up as we move up here too. With that vehicle destroyed, I mean, it's bright enough to not use NVGs. In fact, if I get really close to it, which I'm not headed in that direction, I'm just saying if I was moving towards that, it might even be too bright. Okay, taking a look at this area, what we've got, looks like we might be clear. This building up here I'm a little worried about though. Oh, yep, hostile forces.
75 meters.
Okay, it'll be tough to hit him because I basically have to aim right in between those pillars. So we'll just throw a grenade over there and see if we get any hits. Fire them as it goes off. I think that was a pretty good hit. Like I threw it just in the right position, and I don't see anybody standing up now. Up. One guy hiding around that corner. One shot and I took him down. Fire from the vehicle has gone out, so I will have to switch to NVGs. But the enemy that I'm going up against does not have NVGs, so I'll have the tactical advantage as I move in. I'll be heavily outnumbered, but it's, you know, things like having NVGs and the enemy doesn't. It'll play a large factor, I think, and really kind of tip the balance in my favor. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see, but that's one of the things that are important. Hopefully we can hit the enemy before they can even spot us. I'll also have to get everybody to hold fire. I don't want them to just open up on anybody if we can avoid it. But I've got everybody like regrouped here. Okay, right side's clear. I'm not going to clear all of these buildings. I mean, just seeing how much time it took for me to just clear that one, I've got to try and move up here as quickly as possible.
Team white, move up.
You know what? I am going to keep these guys firing here. Yeah, one guy on the road who is not doing anything to respond to the shots being fired. Oh, one of my guys dropped in pretty quick. Okay, see, this is a good example to be able to get the warrior up on the road to help us as we move up. I'm not going to put it in a position where it's off by itself because, again, I'm afraid some RPG will hit it. Or if two end up hitting it, I think that might be enough to destroy the warrior. I could be wrong. Okay, we'll move them up. Oh, who's he engaging? Well, enemy forces up ahead. I guess I didn't spot him on the road, but honestly, that warrior's going to make short work of him. I just hope... I don't know, like this is one of the instances in Arma where it's like tactically speaking, yes, this is ideal that you've got the warrior coming up and, you know, with its ability to, you know, view enemies a lot easier than what I can. Obviously, it's going to engage them from a longer range and more effectively too, but I hope it doesn't take everybody out because I want to be able to have some action. Okay, the hostile's up ahead. It looks like I got taken down at that shack. Oh, what's that? Okay, Harrison is engaging it, so I am going to also... It looks like we've got one person who's standing up right there, and a lot of those bunkers do have static MGs. We get aimed for 150 meters. That one might have gone a little bit too far. Let's aim just a little bit lower. Right on it. Took out the lights and everything. I'll try another shot a little bit closer. There we go. Anybody who's around there had to have been at least wounded by it. Probably a lot taken out. I don't know. If I have to, I'll move up to it and take anybody out who's in there. Oh, enemy forces left. That might be like a patrol or something. We're taking... some grenades over here. I'm gonna try and push up and see if I can figure out where this is coming from. Not seeing anything. Might have to try and get into this building off to my left. It is multi-story. I think you can get up to the roof. I could be wrong. I mean, for sure, as you can see, there's that ladder on the left, which will take me directly up to the second story, but I do want to make sure that this is clear. Yeah, I can get up to third. Let's see what I can see out here. Oh, there's somebody lying prone. He's dead now. I'll see muzzle flashes. Enemy forces on the other side of the road. So me pushing up, not necessarily the best thing for me to be engaging these guys. But oh, who else moved up? Gosh, my guys are under heavy fire. Clark's been hit. I'll have to go down and try and patch him up. Those guys are good. More coming in from the left side. Dropped another one. Let's go up one more story. Dang, I'm not going to be able to see too much of what's going on over there. We'll just go all the way up to the roof. Okay, one person out in the field in front of me. Dropped him. Oh, somebody who was over in that area probably got wounded from the grenades, but not killed. Now he is dead, and I don't see anybody else over in that area. So I'll have to apply a first aid kit to myself. Now I'm going to have to go down and check Clark, get him fixed up. And we should be able to get back on the move. That was a pretty big firefight.
Move left.
So knowing we might have more, I'll move Kelly and Lee and the warrior up just a little bit too. One of the things I have to be cautious when I move the warrior up is just making sure that he doesn't run into anybody. Like quite literally, he could just run one of my guys over and that wouldn't be too much of a surprise. Okay, but I feel like we're doing a pretty good job. The way that we've been moving up, it's been slow going. You know, a couple big firefights. Oh, somebody on the right side, but he hasn't spotted me yet. This is where it comes in handy.
Right up ahead.
Where I've got NVGs and they don't. Yeah, there's 3 up ahead. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull Clark back.
Stop.
Let's keep everybody where they're at. Knowing that we've got 2 enemy forces basically on the other side of this wall. We've got the one person on the left. I'm just worried that if somebody goes out there and starts opening fire, that will then aggro those 3 enemy forces. And they'll take out another one of my guys. Okay, I've got him back here now behind the wall. I probably should have carried him, to be completely honest, but I did want to make sure I watched that direction until unless they or if they were to open up on us, turn around pretty quick or something like that, I could just drop him and hopefully take him down in time. All right, so providing the necessary medical attention to Alfie Clark. So first thing I got to do, obviously, is stabilize him, which I am just about done, given the fact that that health meter was way behind. Okay, so we stabilized. We'll apply first aid. Then once he gets back up, I'll just have him go ahead and apply a first aid kit to himself. Then we should be back on the move. This shouldn't be too big of a holdup. I know at the very least there's 3 guys I could take out pretty quickly. There might be more in that field too. Maybe what I could do is just throw a grenade to take out the 2 and engage the 3rd person right when the explosion goes off. Oh, what's that? I have no idea what that was.
5.
All right, 5, patch yourself up. You got 222 meters to go.
Team green, move left.
All right, knowing that everybody else has moved up, we will get the warrior to move up a little bit here as well. Oh, dang, he's engaging somebody off to the left. Oh, there he is. At least I see somebody over there. Just going to fire blindly into that bush. Hopefully I hit something, but I'll have to be conscious on ammunition. I feel like I should have enough for this mission. There's only been a couple instances where I felt like I've ran low. But that hasn't been for a while. Every time I go back to base, I usually resupply. Get everybody resupplied, actually. Okay. Let's see who needs.
3. Heal that soldier.
Okay. We'll get him to take care of him. We're almost ready, I guess, to move up now. Let's just get back to 100%, get everybody patched up, and I don't feel like he's moving where I want him to go.
2.
So that is okay. Just come right on back, dude.
3. Move back. On the way.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a problem with the AI here. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yep, let's get over. Got to pick up Connor here too. So same thing. We'll stabilize him. Apply the first aid kit. Force him to go ahead and patch himself up. And then I feel like we can move. Off to the right is that static MG, or at least that bunker that normally houses a static MG. Maybe that one guy who was shooting at me from that direction took out Johnson. But seeing that nobody's engaging me right now tells me I at least should be okay to be able to finish this process. Very strong possibility, though, as soon as Johnson pops up, who is my number 2, yeah, as soon as he pops up, he could start engaging anybody who's over there, too. So that's one thing I will have to be ready for. Okay, just about done. And there we go. Perfect. No deaths yet. 2 guys wounded, but that is to be expected. Dang. All right, more guys up ahead. Even more than I had originally anticipated. Ah, dang it. See, that's what I was afraid of.
Right movement, 200 meters.
Okay, got a hit on one of the guys. Seems like a lot. I mean, this guy obviously isn't. So he just ignores his shot that goes right past him. But some of these other guys are definitely going prone. Perfect. All 3 of them are down. One more. Really? That didn't get him? Oh, the hitbox on the building is absorbing those rounds. I mean, I know when you look down your optic like that, you've got to consider where the barrel is, but I thought it would have been clear right there. Anyway, took him down, no problem. Got some flares going off back there. I wonder if that's a signal.
We are even more outnumbered than what we thought. So far, the warrior is evening the odds. One more push, and we should have most of the area cleared out.
Fall back.
Okay, so 200 meters basically is what we have between us and the suspected location of the enemy officer. So we'll get everybody now back together since we are all bandaged. And then start pushing up. This open field should be clear. Again, nobody is engaging anybody. As we move up, I might stop once I get to the end of this field and start getting the warrior to push up here too. Oh, my guy's engaging somebody. Seriously, like, Jones and everybody else have been pretty solid shots, I feel like, for this mission. They've taken out a decent number of enemy forces here. Okay, so we've spotted a mortar on the right side. I do want to take that mortar out here if I can, and as early as possible, because I know from 2 episodes ago, if those guys get those rounds off, they're pretty accurate. Multiple ones land on a person's location. It's very easy for you guys to die if those go off. So that's one of the reasons why I will push through all of this fighting to try and get to the mortar. Oh, there he is. Cool, got him. Okay, I think we've got another field that's housing a lot of enemy. Okay, there's one. There's somebody crawling right there on the ground. He's down. I think he was one of their machine gunners. Johnson got dropped again. He is having like the worst luck today, but with that smoke gone off, should be able to cover me pushing up and trying to engage some of these guys at a little bit closer range. Again, I am trying to look for the Iranian officer, so I am keeping in mind at least who I am engaging. I don't know if the rest of the members of my team, which are obviously AI, will have the same type of discipline that I do if they end up seeing that Iranian officer. Is that someone standing up? Ooh. I think something might have hit my gun. It looked like there was some sparks that got kicked up or something. Okay, so right side of this town looks clear. It's very likely that our target has run into the town.
Move left.
Okay, now that we've gone ahead, pushed up, cleared the area, I'm going to move back here. We'll once again treat Johnson, and then might have to move into the buildings on the other side of that main road. It's where we might have to get up close and personal. Usually means, though, that we suffer even more casualties. And while I can go ahead and treat the AI like I am right here, I've been having a hard time, I feel like, as of late, getting Harrison, who is the medic, to be able to move up and to treat me. And depending where I end up falling to, I might not want him. I mean, obviously I am going to want him to move up, because as the player, if I die, it's just mission over. But I guess what I'm saying is, you know, I don't want to put him in jeopardy unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, we're like 75% of the way done with Johnson altogether. 50% left of the first aid, though. And got him. I feel like the more members of the team that I've gotten as this series has evolved, I've had to do a lot more medical. And, you know, that does make sense since there is more people who could get hit. But I had also thought that the fact that there are more AI forces for me would therefore mean we'd be taking care of enemy a lot quicker, and we might even suffer less casualties just because of the additional firepower that we had over before. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. Oh, it looked like Warrior was shooting at somebody.
Team White, return to formation.
Gosh, where did that drop?
100 meters to the left.
And where was it shot from, I guess, is the more important question here.
100 meters left.
100 meters left. Okay, yep. With that coming from the buildings up ahead, this is one instance where I will have to try and clear them out. Now, who is launching those grenades at the tank as if they're going to absolutely destroy it? Watching for tracer fire and seeing where it's going. I don't see anybody that's over here. Oh, there he is. I don't know if he's trying to move up to the Warrior or something, but him trying to engage us out in the open is basically him signing his own death warrant.
Team Green, move 75 meters.
All right, we'll move Green up one more time, but it looks like he might have gotten snagged on that building as he was engaging or trying to engage the enemy here. Let's see if I can do it this way. Trying to see if I can move it and clear it.
75 meters left.
Come on.
Forward. Right.
Oh, almost. Maybe I gotta keep turning this way. Yeah, I'm totally snagged on this.
Left.
I wonder what would happen though if I turn more to the left.
Empty. 100 meters left. Right. 5. Forward.
All right, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. You just stay there, dude. Oh, now is he clear? Yeah, now he's clear. Oh. Somebody else here on the right side. I can't see him. He's behind that wall. Send the Warrior up, though, to get it clear. This building was destroyed when I think we had the Warrior hit one of the vehicles up here. So, yeah, that explosion brought the building down. It's not normally like that. Okay, we've got a lot of people who are taking cover. 2 guys down. Okay, this is going to take a while, but I'll go ahead and work on them, and then I'll come back in a second, and we'll be seeing the next part.
Things have gotten quiet. We still need to clear the town and make sure that there aren't any Taliban fighters that are in hiding. We also need to see if the Iranian officer is among the dead and wounded around here, and take pictures of his body for evidence.
Okay, so me and the rest of the section have moved on to the other side of the road where all of these buildings are, and it's been pretty quiet. Haven't come across anybody quite yet, but it's just been peeking around these. Oh, that guy scared me. Anybody else? Now I'm like on alert. Yep. That guy's like tucked into the corner there. Okay, I gotta reload since I only had 1 round left in that one.
Team White, copy my stance.
Now I've got to try to find the body of the Iranian. It's going to be the biggest challenge. Oh, one guy off there in the distance. Try and get into cover. Got him. Anybody else over there? Maybe it's worth sending the Warrior around that corner.
Left flank.
I was going to say, I thought that might have been a person. I wasn't sure because I mean, he honestly kind of looked like he was a rock. So I'm like, maybe I'm just shooting at nothing. I'm going to try and stay away from that civilian. Some of the civvies will be armed and they'll take out weapons. But I think you have to trigger them by getting close to them. Okay, now things have started to pick up a little bit. Some of the other members of the section are taking out hostile soldiers. Okay, let's just get everybody to stop, though, because I'm worried that somebody is going to move into one of these buildings and get blindsided by somebody they really shouldn't be. I mean, at this point, I don't think anybody's just going to run out of any of these buildings. They're all going to be inside, which will make this difficult. I'm just going to open the door. Yeah, I think we're clear. Oh, enemy forces over there. I wonder if they're... Yeah, they should be close enough for me to lob a grenade if I absolutely need to. Let's just try and get him this way. Apparently he didn't notice. Oh, that guy's prone. Oh, and he's shooting me through the sheet metal here. At least I got out of sight, though. That's what made him end up stopping. Or made him to stop shooting at me. Here we go. We'll throw a grenade over. I think he was about right there. No, he's more off to the right. Took out the light, though. Okay, that one's up and over. There we go. I think I got him. Oh, we've got somebody in here. Civilian. Taking my chances. Only thing I saw through there was camo on his vest. And, you know, having done this enough, that's one of the things these guys have in common. Oh, geez, that is the worst time to have to reload. I really should pay attention to that more, but I'm just so used to like having the 249 when you got 200 rounds. You know, I'm not nearly as conscious of what I've got for ammo count. I usually have to wait until I am out before I really pay attention, and at that time I'm forced to care. Gosh, one more really. All right, shot through the metal. So that time it worked for me at least.
Fall back. Roger that.
All right, we'll get Team White to link back up with me. Still nothing. Okay, perfect. I took him out. Oh, they're engaging somebody else.
Hostile down.
What do we got over here?
Cover me.
Okay, apparently we're not going to worry about it. See if any of these guys who are dressed up as civilians could be the Iranian. Like, he could have changed clothes pretty quick. Oh. That's what I was telling you about. Like, some of them are armed and will attack you. That guy was getting a weapon out. I had no choice but to drop him. All right, I don't see anybody in that open field. By this, I guess, enemy position. Nobody else is up. Let's go to the other side just to be safe. Yep, nobody back there either.
Rifleman, 75 minutes. North, front.
I feel like if there is anybody, they're going to be inside of these buildings. Engage them. Oh, unless it's me. Watch, they're like calling me out.
3. Patch yourself up. Roger.
Okay, let's get these guys treated.
Ready. Moving.
Okay, perfect. Left side's clear, so is the right. Let's get to this position. That's marking where the Iranian should be. This was supposed to be the actual meeting point, and so that's why we're kind of using this as the area where we believe that he should be at. Grab a first aid kit off of these guys. I mean, I might even need to grab grenades too, but first aid kits are universal. Perfect. I just got 3 right there. May not be out of the woods yet, so it's good to be able to keep that stock up. Obviously, their ammunition is not going to work with mine, so I'll have to be careful about that. Maybe I could take some ammunition from one of the other members of the section.
75 minutes. North, front.
Oh, we got somebody coming up on the warrior right there. Oh, that was perfect timing. Oh, that was one shot too. Those guys would have had no idea he was walking up on them with the way that they're facing right there. All right, let's just take a look. Oh, somebody else up here? Oh, they might be in here. Yep, I see one guy kind of tucked back there, kneeling. He's down. Anybody else? Yep, that guy's sticking his weapon out. Shoot through the metal. Who are these guys going after? Oh, we had somebody who came up over that hill, I think. I remember seeing a checkpoint or something like that on the map. Good thing these guys are watching that direction. That honestly could have been pretty catastrophic for us. Okay, we'll let the rest of the guys take care of them. Because I'm genuinely not in a position where I think I'm going to be able to easily spot where these guys are. And we are spread pretty thin right now. Oh, dude almost shot me. Alright, let's try and get everybody maybe a little bit back together. We'll consolidate this position. That way we've got more people who can support one another. Alright, now it's time to find... Oh! Here he is. Okay, search for ID. Awesome. We did take him out. So, snapped a picture. And we've completed the mission. I don't think we're going to leave quite yet. Just knowing with the shape that we're in right now, we are combat effective. So it might be worth trying to clear out the rest of the enemy forces that are here. And there's this guy who is in the window who just keeps popping his head up. Well, let me find a position where I might be able to take that guy out. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. We'll let everybody else suppress him. And I'll move around and I might take him out. Then once that's done, or when that is done, then we might go hit that checkpoint. Of course, there's going to be a wall here. This is the one I'm like super nervous to climb over because you got a window on the left side and then... if this is the structure, yep. Oh man, I came over at the wrong place. Hit fire, take out one person, and another one's right on the edge of that hill. Oh, there he goes. Who got him? Yep, probably shouldn't have just jumped over like that. Is this, yeah, that side's clear. I know that's what we were kind of shooting through.
The area is clear, and we've got the pictures of the Iranian. Before we leave, we have an opportunity to hit the enemy one more time before we get out of here. There is an enemy checkpoint nearby waiting to engage any potential friendly reinforcements. We're going to hit them and take them all out at once. This one will be payback for everyone we've lost.
Yeah, so this part is completely self-generated side mission. Like, this will do nothing on the outcome, but just look how many forces we've got over here. It would be unwise for us to not try and to eliminate everybody. Now, we've got the element of surprise. We should be able to ambush them for a change. Got everybody in a line.
3, move up. 5, move left.
I'm going to try and put these guys in a better position, though. Knowing that we're in a line, I'm worried that the elevation might make it where they can't engage the forces on the ground. So that's why I'm basically just handpicking, like, you go here, you go here.
Move left.
That's good enough. Oh, not that.
7, move left.
All right. They're good. All right.
Hit the dirt.
We'll get everybody prone. Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
100 meters front. 2, 4.
All right, opening fire. Everybody on the right side. Oh, man. Everybody. Okay, slowly dropping everybody here, but honestly, with the amount of fire that we're putting on them versus what they're returning, Yeah, we definitely have fire superiority. These guys are not going to have a chance.
Cover me. Reloading.
Okay, drop 10-2. Yeah, that was a lot of guys that we took out there in a relatively short amount of time. Nice shot. Anybody who might still have been up right there, definitely dead now. Now, who are we engaging? I guess that's the question. Maybe I will have to push in and make sure everybody's clear before we mark this as 100% destroyed. Okay, do the first aid. Yeah, it looks like they're on the edges, like over on the left behind that stone wall where I can't see. I think the guys who are off on the far right are the ones who are taking them out. All right, Johnson, honestly, not that bad. One person, given how many we took out. All right.
Get in that vehicle.
We're going to get everybody to pull back. We're going to head to the Warrior, and we're going to call this one a mission. So let's make sure everybody gets back there safely. Auto rifleman and sniper. Oh, both those guys are wounded. Okay.
6. Patch yourself up.
You treat yourself. Same thing with the sniper.
Standing by.
Treat yourself.
Ready. 6. Heal that soldier. Waiting.
Or actually, you go do it.
Standing by.
Let's make sure it is clear. You know, one person there at the edge. This might be the last person I take out for this series.
Front. Standing by.
All right, we're going to fall back. We're going to head to the Warrior. And that is going to be it. Mission success all around. Didn't lose anybody, which is pretty awesome. And that is the end of this series.
For the last time, we're heading back to base. We have evidence of Iranian involvement in Afghanistan and know that we've brought honor to Queen and country. Most importantly, we brought honor to ourselves. It's hard to think I'll be back home soon. I just wish we all could have been able to go home alive. I'll never be able to explain what happened here or what I've done. These last few weeks brought about my life's highest of highs and lowest of lows. I'm going to miss these men who I've fought with. Nothing will ever be the same again.
So I wanted to give a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters for really helping make this series possible. Couldn't have done it without you guys. If you want to see another one like this, please let me know. I've got a couple ideas for what I could do. But if you guys are willing to drop a few bucks for, you know, voice work and things like that for another series, please do that. Like the video if you enjoyed what you saw, and subscribe for future videos like this, other series that I end up doing, and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when those videos end up coming out. Our Discord's got a lot of great information, which you will find in the description below. But really, guys, thanks for watching this TRGM2 series. I definitely recommend checking out TRGM2 on Steam in the workshop. Trinity is a good guy, great creator. So glad I was able to showcase his campaign in this type of format. So thanks, man, for making that. Anyway, war is hell. You guys don't have to worry because Warfighters, I got your 6.